People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Now it's Wednesday, it's Tuesday morning. We've obviously got the Europa League on Thursday. Now, allegedly, before we get into the nitty and gritty, apparently, I believe due to misbehaving themselves, Frankfurt fans aren't allowed to travel. It's either they're not allowed to travel or reduce travel. And what I thought would happen is, because they wouldn't be able to go, I wouldn't say necessarily Arsenal fans would have been allowed to fill the away end, but I would have thought there would have been more tickets available. Health and safety purposes means that no tickets for the Europa League was available on the exchange. So if you did want to go and watch Arsenal, it would be an incredible struggle to get a ticket for Thursday if you haven't got one already. Not that many people won't go. Now, it is what it is. It's the Europa League. It's Arsenal versus Frankfurt. We've got, pardon me, we've played 4 games in the Europa League. There's 2 left. Mathematically, we probably are going to go through, but you can't mess this up. Do you get what I'm saying? There's still 6 points to play for. I guess in theory, if we don't take anything from our next 2 games and the person below us in 6th, with 6 points in second, manages to take, 6 points from the next 2 games, then what does that say for us? So while we probably will qualify in the Europa League, we need to remain professional. And I don't want to say at least get a point, but you at least need to get a point. And again, I don't want to say the Europa League is a welcome relief. And because of I guess I'm saying that because at least for 90 minutes, the Premier League is irrelevant. Now, I say that we all know a lot of the talk is regards to how Emery's been doing in regards to the Premier League. A lot of talk this week in relation to his future has been a result of that. And that would no doubt be the major talking point on Thursday. So we're never going to get away from that. But at least for the fans, the players, and I guess Emery, at least for 90 minutes, we can forget about that, because at least one bright spark, if you can say there's been a bright spark, is our Europa League campaign has been decent. Again, I'm harping at straws because this is expected, we should be doing this, and it's nothing to be excited about. But if you're looking for any positives, it's this. And obviously, when there have been better performances this season, it's come from the rotated / younger players that have played in the Europa League. So yeah, man, and maybe at least for the fans who have question mark in the commitment levels of the players and whatnot, at least they can get behind the young players for 90 minutes, because I'm sure many people see Saka, Martinelli are just young players thriving really within a madness. There's not really much they can do. So yeah, people, like I said, we got 10 points. We're first. We're perhaps good for it, but we need to remember what we need to do getting out of there. Just looking at the league campaign of Frankfurt, they haven't had the best of seasons, people. They've got three losses in their last 5, and their last 2 defeats have come in the league. They sit 10th on 17 points, I believe. Let me check the Bundesliga table, people, because I do believe that information is correct. But let me just check. I know they're definitely on 17 points, people. Yeah, they're 10th, people. 17 points. In relation to the Europa League table, I believe they're 3rd, in our group, people. I should have really done the information and research prior to this, but I believe they're 3rd in our group. Let me confirm that for you. Yeah, people, they're 3rd. Standard Liège are on 6. Frankfurt are on 6 as well. Goal difference, both teams below us are -2. We're on 8. So goal difference will probably see us through. But like I said, there's 2 games left. If both teams get 6 points, or do something, and we fail to take points, we probably will still go through. But we need to be careful of this. If there's ever been a perfect performance from Arsenal this season, it's more likely to have been found in the Europa League, if you believe that to be the case. So we need to just go out there and win. Is Emery going to go 4 at the back, 3 at the back? Who knows, people? It's a crucial week for him, because it does look like you're hearing talk of the boardroom members went into the dressing room and were speaking with Emery. You're hearing players don't care anymore for Emery. You're hearing the boardroom split. It does look like the beginning of the end. He'll at least be in charge on Thursday. Will he make it to the weekend? Who knows? He definitely needs 3 points against Norwich, people, away from home. Will we get them is the thing. So yeah, you see, even me, it's meant to be a Europa League preview. I'll keep touching on the Premier League, so there's no way of getting around it, people. We know there's going to be a lot of rotation. I'm not even too sure at this point if Mavropanos has actually been named in the Europa League squad, but he keeps playing for the 23s. You'd like to think, I don't know for Holding's fitness levels, Holding would play. Chambers could probably play, but he's played a lot. Luiz and Socrates probably be given the night off. You'd like to think surely Mavropanos can come into the fold and make his debut and whatnot, because And we know he's had injuries, and clearly the club have said, yo, listen, you're going to play for the 23s. Main thing is fitness, getting your confidence and things like that. But you've got to expose him to the Europa League. And I have to say how much, I don't think Emery rates Mavropanos personally because, again, injuries. But he completely throws out Mustafi, and Mustafi has got more football at first team level than Mavropanos. Even on the bench last week, you don't believe in Mustafi. You've got a young defender, whether he's ready or not, you've got a young defender. You don't name him on the bench. He's playing against Southampton's 23s when we're playing against Southampton's first team. Now, if he's there to get minutes, he's there to get minutes, people. And I'm not criticising that, but it is what it is. In relation to the lineup, people, I was actually going to go 5 at the back for a second and do that little 3 at the back stuff Emery normally does. But for me, if Holding's fit, then I'll play Holding and Mustafi, people. But my centre-half, would be Mustafi and Chambers. Maitland-Niles would go right back. Kolasinac at left back. Saying that though, Bellerin, obviously we played on Sunday, we're playing on Thursday. I think Bellerin does look a bit rusty, and Bellerin, he might benefit from potentially playing 2 games in a week or playing 60 minutes today and getting the Friday off and then training on Saturday and travelling and playing away from home on the Sunday. He's barely played any football this season or since he's had his injury, so I think he'll be able to relish that. And you want to play all the games. So I would probably play Bellerin, but if we're resting players, I'll go with Maitland-Niles. Kolasinac, Holding, Pepe, and Kolasinac, Saka, Holding, and Pepe all had knocks in relation to in the build-up to the game we played at the weekend against Southampton. I think they'd all shake the knocks, but I'm not too sure at this moment in time. So I'm going to assume Kolasinac has got over his injury issues and he's able to play himself, people. So Kolasinac is going to be part of the back 4. Obviously, Martinez is going to be the rotated keeper. So my back 5, 4-3-3, would be Martinez, Maitland-Niles at right back, Kolasinac at left back, Callum Chambers and Mustafi partnering each other at centre half. If Holding's fit, then Holding will come in for Chambers. Not that I think Chambers doesn't deserve to play, it's just he's played a lot of football. Realistically, he'd probably be rested. Midfield now, Torreira's barely played this season. He's good to go again, and we're kind of pushed for midfield options. You could go with Emil Smith-Rowe, to be fair. You know what? Ozil's got 90 minutes and he's probably going to be needed at the weekend, but I would probably go... I'm just going to go with what I've got at first and then we'll talk about other points. I've got Joe Willock, Torreira, Ozil. I've got Pepe, Martinelli, Saka as the front options, people. Now that I've said that though, Emil could rotate out for Ozil. Or I'd actually, do you know what? You might as well, because Torreira's got to play. Joe deserves football. Torreira and Ozil, like I just said with the Bellerin point, they will probably play at the weekend. But Ozil's barely played this season. You'd like to think these players relish 90 minutes again, whether it's against Frankfurt or whatever. Now, I'm not saying, regardless of if the team's winning, losing, drawing or question marks over the manager, you should always relish playing football, and you should always relish playing for Arsenal or any top 6 club, because many people, including myself, would have given probably your life watching this video on top of my own to be a professional footballer. But I wouldn't say it's joyful playing for Arsenal right now, because obviously it's Europa League and things change, and I don't want to go as far to say toxic, but it can't be the most enjoyable atmosphere, and it's not going to be the most enjoyable atmosphere at Frankfurt. The club will probably say 51,000 fans attended, same way, people, but you'd probably imagine, let's be honest, a natural drop-off because of it being a midweek fixture and many fans are at work. I'm not looking for excuses, but come on, people got families and stuff, so you will see less of a turnout. But you will see individuals voting with their feet and just simply, their pockets or whatever you want to call it, and just simply not attending, because I can't blame fans for getting to that point. The manager might not be leaving, to put it nicely. Doesn't feel like the fans really have a voice or anything to say. So at least you vote with your pockets. You sell your season ticket or you give it to someone, your man who rarely goes to the Emirates, and it's at least put to use if Europa League does count to season tickets and whatnot, people. Emil Smith-Rowe would probably be the guy to get a look in if we've got to take someone out, which would be Ozil for me. I'd still go with the front options as well. I'd give Pepe minimum 60 minutes. I believe Martinelli deserves to play the 90. He's been starved of football and he, on merit, deserves chances. Saka, if fitness permits, he gets his chance. But then again, there's Reece Nelson. Do you know what, people? I'm going to go Martinez, Maitland-Niles, Chambers and Mustafi. Obviously, asterisk with Holding. Kolasinac, Joe Willock, Lucas Torreira, Emil Smith-Rowe. I'm going to go Pepe, Martinelli, Reece Nelson, put Saka on the bench because I don't really know his fitness at this moment in time. But Saka could probably start. It's a difficult one, man. Do you know what? If he goes 5 at the back and floods it and makes everyone play, I can't really complain too tough. But in relation to the Arsenal preview, that's all I have to say, people. Arsenal versus Frankfurt, hopefully we win. Whether we win or whatever, it's not going to have too much of a saying of the current climate of the club. But on that note, people, Deluded, I'm out. Thank you for watching and rocking.